Hi there! Welcome to the Gardens at Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma, and today we're meeting in the Moon Garden and we're going to do our end of season Moon Garden tour. Because in the next couple of weeks, we are going to strip this garden of decor and plant material. I have a completely new design that I am so excited to implement next spring. I can hardly wait for spring to hurry up and come. I know, it's like 8 months away. I don't care. I'm really excited about it. But I'm also really tired of how this garden is looking. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'll show you what it's looking like. It's looking just as tired as I am of looking at it. Does that make sense? I'm tired of looking at it, and it's looking tired. All right, so here we are in the Moon Garden. Let's just do a sweep. We have Pearly Everlasting planted underneath here, and this is just a little bit of it. I harvested tons of it and saved it. I've left a few stalks up so it can self-seed. So I'm just waiting for those to seed and drop their seed, and then I can cut back the stalks. In the raised beds, we planted pincushion flowers, black and white, as well as some white snapdragons. Super fun. I got tons of flowers. It was just this wild cottage looking thing all summer. But they're done, as you could tell. I've cut back a whole bunch. What I've left up, they're, just looking tired. Maybe these are gonna pop open. Our days are like 60 degrees and our nights are dropping down to 55. So I just don't expect them to do much after this. Both the snapdragons and the pincushion flowers would overwinter, so I could technically just cut them down and let them keep growing and just kind of sit there over the winter, and then they'll flush out again. I want to do something completely different, so we're going to strip the beds and they will not have anything in them. I have plenty of pincushion flowers in other places. It's really not worth it to me to try to transplant the snapdragons. But they were really beautiful, so I would definitely grow these ones again, just maybe not here. Yeah, so I'm so done. Okay, we have lovey-dovey super petunias in this basket up here, also starting to fade out. You could see it's no longer like a coating of flowers, just like a sparkle of flowers, which is fine, and it'll get us through the next couple of weeks, and then we'll remove those and that will be empty. I don't know what's up with my clematis this year. Usually it is blooming by now, but instead it's just like growing a lot, and it's mostly growing on that side, but I don't know. Then I have Super Petunia Mini Vista in here, white in here, did really great, starting to just sort of skeletonize. We've got slugs in here really bad. But the Impatiens, this is a Peruvian Winners Impatient, and it is really showing off. So I'm looking forward to tearing this out and letting the Impatient kind of show off. These are Volunteer Sunflowers, again, getting eaten. Maybe will bloom. I'm kind of waiting for these to bloom so I could strip out this bed. Then we've got like a multi. This one's done. I could get rid of that one. Okay, I've got a couple of little ones. Ooh, that one's pretty. Look at that. Ooh, sunny. Anyways, once these are done, I'm gonna strip this out. This one's looking pretty good. All of these pretty much thrive in the cool weather, so they're happy enough, and we'll probably leave them up through fall because I think they kind of lend that fall winter-esque look. I am gonna try to save the begonias and the Dichondra Silver Falls over winter. These won't overwinter, I don't think. So I'm gonna put this in a protected area, maybe even the greenhouse. All right, over here, these hanging baskets are my favorite hanging baskets that I've ever done. And I did them really late in the season, so the Dichondra Silver Falls did not have an opportunity to like do its drapey thing. But the begonias just went gangbusters. They're just beautiful. Last year I was like, I don't know if I like this double up begonia from Proven Winners because the flowers kind of like hide. But once it gets to this size and there's so many flowers peeking out of the black foliage, oh, I love it. And there's a sister plant over here. This one got a little bit more traily, a little bit more bushy and not as upright. Just gorgeous. Love this look, and it is absolutely my inspiration for this entire garden next year. Seriously, cannot wait. All right, above the moons, we have the Himalayan honeysuckle. This is my favorite shrub in the garden. It is so fun with all the little danglies. I feel like the fairies must live in here because it's just so precious. Look at the little white flower at the bottom of that one. Oh, they're so cute. And then they start getting these little berries in between each petiola. Oh, that's so cute. I love them. And then, this does not look good at all. Again, Mini Vista white. Yeah, it's just done. I cut back the pincushion flowers and they didn't really flush back out. It's just really shady in this corner. I definitely want to try the Proven Winners Impatient in there next year. Like, those blooms are just huge. They're so pretty because they'll take a lot more shade, and I think that would do a lot better. Okay, then over here, just another point out of the Ajaga that's looking so fantastic. This is the chocolate Ajaga. She's even got a few blooms. So thank you very much, because you could seed yourself as much as you want. Yeah, really happy with that. And hostas did okay. The Blue Moon hosta didn't do as well as I thought it would. And then the Twilight hosta did great all year. And then my hellebore that I planted out this spring put off a couple of new leaves because they start blooming. I need to get in here and get the Archangel vine away. But this is the Lenten Rose or hellebore Frost Kiss Moon Dance, and they get a white flower. They start showing off late winter, so she's starting to put on some new growth. And then up here we have the Browala, and if you remember, I took this container kind of apart. I had some, I had actually those begonias in there, and they weren't doing super fantastic, and then I moved them into those pots, and they loved their life. And then this one had, or this plant had more room to grow, and it really bushed out and flowered a whole lot more, and it seems to be really happy. This is a tender perennial for me, so it may or may not come back next year. But I'm going to mulch. I'm going to like cut it back when it's time to cut it back, and then I'm going to mulch over it and give it a little protection and hope for the best. I probably should have deadheaded this before I showed it to y'all, but such is life in the garden, hey? These geraniums will keep going all fall. And they're really easy to deadhead. I just didn't do it before I came in here. They look exponentially better when you do deadhead them. All right. So I have pink ones on the end caps and then white ones in the middle. And Then I just have this creeping Charlie that's just like so full and beautiful. I did have some white petunias in some of these, and they were hanging on for a little while, but they're pretty much just not coming back at this point. I've had the white, what am I saying? The white violas in here. Actually, the white violas came from another container in the garden last winter, and they've been, I think, in my garden maybe this would be like the third year maybe. Oops, I just broke that off. Oops. I just can't even stand it just talking to you. I just have to take all these dead flowers off of here. Because you deserve to see the garden in all of its beauty, not Charisma's a lazy gardener and hasn't deadheaded her things. Plus, I'm here. So it's like, let's get this done, because it needs to be done. Does anybody else do this? They just get distracted by deadheading. I actually really love to deadhead. It's so satisfying to clean up the beds and clean up the containers so that they just look fresh and clean again. It doesn't even take very much. You don't have to do every single one. You don't have to make it perfect. But when you take the time to do it, it just makes a huge difference. And of course, the plants are so appreciative of it. Okay. Okay, see, even though there's less blooms, it just looks so much cleaner than, say, this one. It looks all like kind of wild and messy. So just pop all the dead stuff out of there and it'll just look happier. And even though this has some flowers on it, you can see how much is already starting to be done. So I just take it out of there. Especially since I obviously don't get out here every day. The next time I come out, it'll be even worse if I don't take care of it while I'm here. When you do this, you basically let the plant know, like, hey, you need to keep blooming so that you can create seed, so that you can keep alive. Whereas I don't really get seeds from geraniums, but that's just the mechanism, the science behind plants. So, all right. Well, I'm just gonna call it. And now I need to blow. Woo! All right, well, aside from being distracted and being completely tired of how this garden is looking, it has been a beautiful, beautiful summer, and we had so much fun in this garden. We spent a lot of time just sitting and contemplating and making things feel extra beautiful. I do a lot of like just hang out here on the bench and think about other parts of my garden, how, because this garden really feels like buttoned up and safe and sacred to me. It just feels like something magical. Then I feel like when I sit in there and I think about other parts of the garden and how I want to design them, I can gain inspiration and get a little bit of that magic in me to spread the sparkle around the garden. So anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you're celebrating your life, and I hope you're finding the magical moments in your everyday existence. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.